Good morning, HighPointe Services. It's Thursday, July 24th, 2025. It's International Self-Care Day. Let's put ourselves in a place for learning by getting our minds and bodies ready. Put yourself in a comfortable position and follow the video.
This is a midday Energizer meditation. You can use this at any time to recharge, calm stress and anxiety, and get a boost for the rest of the day. Think of it like a coffee break for your mind. Just find a comfortable and relaxing spot to sit. Either cross your legs or rest your feet flat on the ground, and place your hands lightly on your legs. Now, as we always do, gently bring your attention to your breath. Feel your chest move in and out as you just breathe naturally and normally, focusing on that breath movement. In and out. In our day-to-day life, we can so easily get caught up with tasks and forget to connect with our mind and body. Now pull back your shoulders just a bit and let your spine stretch upward. You may want to allow your back to come up away from your chair if seated. And as I often describe it, imagine it like a string that is pulling you up toward the ceiling. Make yourself feel tall, yet still remain comfortably seated. Bringing that attention to your body, opening up your chest, and continuing that gentle and natural breathing. You may feel some stretch in your lower back and up into your shoulders. And as you do this, think to yourself, breath, body, presence. And bringing that focus to this presence, we'll just do some gentle stretching of our neck as we continue that focus on our body and breathing. And as you do this, feel free to keep your eyes open or let them close. And just gently turn your head to face to the left. Let your chin lead your head turning left and feel that relaxing stretch in your neck. Not pushing or forcing. As you do, we'll just count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly return to center. Great. Now keep that focus on your breath, and we'll do the same thing to the right. Slowly turn your neck to the right. And then on your next breath out, just stretch it ever so slightly further. Always making it feel good and comfortable, never hurting. And counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back to center. As you continue into your day, you will keep a powerful balance between your body and mind. You will possess the ability to think clearly in the moment and remain focused and present, ready for your tasks or interactions, guided by your breath and a still mind. So continue to feel that gentle movement of your chest. And if you like, take another minute or so just to come back, to keep yourself in the present moment. And then prepare to ease back into your daily activities or continue with your break. And finally, just take one last deep and renewing breath in and out. Breath and body refocused on the day. Mindful peace journey.
Thank you, HighPointe Services. It's time to find your friends and say good morning. Shake hands and share a smile. I'll give you a minute. You can return to your seats. Today is International Self-Care Day. Celebrated on July 24th, it stresses the importance of self-care as the cornerstone of wellness. On this day, individuals throughout the world are encouraged to make self-care a part of their everyday routines and turn it into a priority. It is a milestone and an opportunity to raise further awareness of the benefits of effective self-management of health. Self-care has become incredibly important as people realize the need to take care of themselves and put themselves first. This has made people talk about it and increase the interest of others to take control of their health and wellness by prioritizing themselves. Today, we urge you to practice self-care, even if all you do is take a walk. So why is self-care so important? Well, it helps you perform at your best. It maintains self-esteem and self-confidence. It teaches resilience. It can be done in minutes, and it gives you energy. Today's weather, cooler with chances of rain, some sun, then turning cloudy in both Fort Collins and Centennial, highs in the low 80s. Today's quote of the day from Stephen Covey: I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Today for the word of the day, we're going to compare self-care and selfishness. Self-care and selfishness are fundamentally different concepts. Self-care involves nurturing your physical, emotional, and mental well-being, allowing you to be your best self for others. It is an act of self-love and self-respect, essential for maintaining balance in life. Selfishness, on the other hand, reflects a me-first attitude where one prioritizes personal gain without regard for others' needs. It often leads to negative consequences for relationships and community. In essence, self-care is necessary for overall well-being, while selfishness can harm both oneself and others. Understanding this distinction helps in fostering healthier relationships and personal growth. Today's picture is worth 1,000 words. What do you think of when you see this picture? Our joke of the day today, what do you call a dog that is floating in the ocean? A dog that is floating in the ocean is a good boy. Today in history.
July 24th, 1974.
What I have stated from the beginning to be the truth has been the truth.
In Washington, the U.S. Supreme Court weighs in on the Watergate scandal. It says President Richard Nixon must turn over subpoenaed White House tape recordings sought by the Watergate special prosecutor. The unanimous ruling prompts Nixon to resign from office weeks later. 1959. What's known as the kitchen debate between Cold War superpowers takes place at an American exhibition in Moscow.
All that I can say from the way you talk and the way you dominate the conversation, you would have made a good lawyer yourself.
That's where then Vice President Richard Nixon and Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev compare their country's political and economic systems. 1847. Mormon leader Brigham Young and his followers arrive in the Great Salt Lake Valley in present-day Utah. That's where the Mormons settle in America's West, founding what's now known as Salt Lake City. 1783. Simón Bolívar, who led revolts against Spain's colonial rule in Latin America, is born in Caracas, Venezuela. And 1969. Apollo 11 splashes down safely in the Pacific Ocean, just days after two of its astronauts become the first men to set foot on the moon. Today in history, July 24th. Ed Donahue, The Associated Press.
Let's play Would You Rather. Time to get up and move around the room. Today's question, would you rather take time for yourself to do an exercise of your choice like hiking, biking, swimming, or would you rather take time to get yourself a massage? Think about that for a minute. If you would rather take time for yourself to do an exercise of your choice and you're in Centennial, move to the whiteboards. If you would rather take time for yourself to do an exercise of your choice and you're in Fort Collins, move towards the fireplace. If you would rather take time for yourself to get a massage and you're in either Fort Collins or Centennial, move to the windows. I'll give you a minute. Let's hear from those of you who are standing next to the whiteboards or the fireplace. Why is it that you would rather take time for yourself to do an exercise of your choice, such as hiking, biking, or swimming? I'll give you some time and your leader will call on you. All right, let's hear from the other side. Why would you rather take time to get yourself a massage? I'll give you some time and your leader will call on you. All right. You can return to your seats. It's client time. Time to share our lives. Let's hear what yours on your mind. I'm going to give you some time and your leader will call on you. Thank you so much. Today, we are going to teach you how to play two of the games that you will be playing this afternoon. The first one is called the Match Puzzle Game for engagement and enrichment. Let's see how you play that. Good morning, HighPointe. Today I'm going to teach you how to play the Match Puzzle Game. This is the cover of the box. And in the box you will see 4 sets of blocks, a bell, and a set of playing cards. To set up the game, you will need the playing cards, the bell, and a set of blocks for each of the players. This is a game for 4 players. Each player receives a set of blocks. The bell and the cards are placed in the middle of the table for all players to use. Each player gets a set of blocks that are lettered A, B, C, D, and E, and should set them up in front of them as shown in the image. The playing cards are shuffled and placed in the middle of the table face down. To play the game, turn the top card face up for everyone to see. There will be a pattern on the card. The players are to match the pattern using their set of blocks. Arrange your blocks to match the pattern on the card. When you have finished matching the pattern, ring the bell. The player who rings the bell first gets the card if their blocks are arranged correctly. The player with the most cards at the end of the game is the winner. Have fun playing Match Game Puzzle. The second game that we're learning is called the Face Changing Game, and it is for development. Let's look at our schedule today. Centennial schedule. Enrichment and engagement starting at 8 o'clock with arrival. 9:15 transition to lessons and SCC. Enrichment, your morning outing is Hudson Gardens. Engagement, your morning outing is Tommy Davis Park. At 9:30 enrichment, art. 10 o'clock morning meeting. 10:30 book club, and 11 o'clock lunch. Engagement at 9:30 morning meeting. 10 o'clock book club, 10:30 art, and 11 o'clock lunch. In Fort Collins for enrichment and engagement, starting at 8 o'clock with arrival, and 9:15 transition to lessons and SCC with enrichment's morning outing at Buc-ee's and engagement's morning outing at Homestead Park. At 9:30, it's art for enrichment. At 10 o'clock, morning meeting. At 10:30, book club. And 11 o'clock, lunch. For engagement at 9:30, morning meeting. 10 o'clock, book club. 10:30, art. And 11 o'clock, lunch. For this afternoon, in Fort Collins, at 12 o'clock, and enrichment engagement, have tech and choice activities with lunch for returning STC clients. Enrichment, your afternoon outing is Warren Park. Engagement, your afternoon outing is Library Park. At 12:55 Enrichment, you play Minute to Win It, and at 1:30 Table Games. Engagement at 12:55, you have table games, and at 1:30 Minute to Win It. In Centennial, 12 o'clock Tech and Choice activities for both Enrichment and Engagement with lunch for returning SCC clients. Enrichment, your afternoon outing is Murdoch's. Engagement, your afternoon outing is IKEA. At 12:55 Enrichment, Minute to Win It. At 1:30 Table Games. At 12:55 Engagement, Table Games. At 1:30 Minute to Win It. Fort Collins Development today, 8 o'clock arrival. 9:15 transition to lessons in SCC, your outing at Fossil Creek Park. 9:30 morning meeting, 10 o'clock independent skills, 10:30 book club, 11 o'clock lunch, 12 o'clock fitness and movement with lunch for returning SCC clients, and the afternoon outing is Fossil Creek Park. 12:30 social activities, 1 o'clock art, 1:30 independent skills, 2 o'clock puzzles. In Centennial today for development, 8 o'clock arrival, 9:15 transition to lessons in SCC, your morning outing, Highlands Ranch, Library and Park. 9:30 morning meeting, 10 o'clock independent skills, 10:30 book club, 11 o'clock lunch, 12 o'clock fitness and movement with lunch for returning SCC clients. Your afternoon outing is Highlands Ranch, Library and Park. 12:30 social activities, 1 o'clock art, 1:30 independent skills, and 2 o'clock puzzles. Our daily positive affirmation to say over to ourselves today: I enjoy my body and mind and take good care of both of them. Say that to yourself today. Thanks, and take care of yourself today.